In this video, I will give you interesting information about cars. I would appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and support me before I go to my video. Now let's go to the video. Have a good time. Cars have been an integral part of our daily lives since it first challenged horse-drawn carriages in the 19th century. Cars are a symbol of freedom, power, and many other things, as well as attracting the attention of many people with their history, technologies, and innovations. Unless your professional vocation is with cars, or you don't have a great passion for cars, it's almost impossible to know everything about them. Their world is like an ocean. Did you know that a car is made up of about 30,000 parts? Or have you heard that Charlie Brown and his friend Snoopy were first animated for a Ford Fairlane automobile commercial? But what about the fact that 75% of Rolls-Royces are still on the road since 1904, defying the years? Now let's move on to interesting information about cars. Number 1. The world's fastest police cars. Where do you think the fastest cops in the world are? According to Guinness World Records, the fastest police cars in the world are in Dubai. With a speed of 253 miles per hour, the Bugatti Veyron is the fastest of the 14C car fleet, consisting of vehicles such as Audi R8 and Lamborghini Aventador. If you want to see the fastest cops in the world, you should keep your eyes peeled in front of Dubai's Coastal Road, Jumeirah Street, and Mall of the Emirates. Number 2. Number of female drivers. According to studies, 60% of new cars are bought by female drivers, which corresponds to 80% of all new car sales areas. While the number of female drivers is increasing day by day, research shows that male drivers are responsible for 73% of traffic accidents, contrary to popular belief. Number 3. World's smallest car. According to Guinness World Records, the smallest car ever made is the Peel P50, produced by Peak Engineering Company. Produced in the Isle of Man in the United Kingdom between 1962 and 1965, these microcars are capable of carrying a passenger and their shopping bags. Number 4. First seat belt. Airbags deactivate when seat belts are not fastened. We never set out without fastening our seat belt on any of our journeys. Seat belts, which save lives every 6 minutes, were first developed by Volvo engineer Niels Bohlin in 1959. The first models with 3-point seat belts are the Volvo Amazon 120 and the PV 544. In 1968, the 3-point seatbelt became mandatory in all vehicles and has continued to save thousands of lives ever since. Number 5. Top-selling car. Ferrari produces 14 cars a day, while Toyota, which is sold in more than 150 countries, produces 13,000 cars every day. These productions are not in vain, because one Corolla is sold every 15 seconds. Corolla accounts for 20% of Toyota's sales since its launch in 1966. Toyota Corolla has been the world's best-selling car since 1974. Number 6. Which country has the most cars? More than 1 billion cars are used worldwide today, and this number is expected to double by the 2040s. So which country has the most cars? If you think the answer is China, you are wrong. With only 4% of the world's population, the USA is the country with the most cars in the world. The USA is home to 21% of the world's vehicles. Number 7. First long-distance journey. How do you think the first long-distance trip in the world took place? The first long-distance trip to test the Benz patent motor wagon, manufactured by Carl Benz, was made in 1888 by Carl Benz's wife, Bertha Benz, and their 2 sons. The 100-kilometer road from Mannheim, Germany to Pforzheim takes about 7 hours. Number 8. The birth story of Ferrari. How do you say the world-famous Ferrari is correct? Enzo Ferrari, one of the racing drivers of Alfa Romeo in the 1920s, returns to his home city of Modena and establishes a small car workshop. Enzo Ferrari, who could not even finish his first car due to World War II, did not give up and established the Ferrari brand in 1946. The interesting thing is that this brand, which produces the most luxurious vehicles of today, even borrowed from the Italian mafia in order to survive on time. Number 9. Anti-theft flamethrower. Scenes that will not look like action movies can be seen in South Africa. In response to the rapid increase in car theft in the 1990s, BMW is adding a flamethrower option called the Blaster to its sales in South Africa. Blasters, located under the doors on the sides of the cars, work with liquefied petroleum gas, sparking flames for intruders in case of any threat. Let's take a look at the others now. One of the most important features of electric vehicles is their silent operation. However, according to US and European laws, it is mandatory for electric vehicles to make artificial sounds. The reason is to protect pedestrians from possible vehicle accidents. Around the world, 95% of a vehicle's life is spent parked. When the car radio was first used, it was on the agenda to ban it. The reason was that the radio could distract the drivers and cause an accident. 90% of vehicles sold in Brazil use a fuel made from sugarcane, also known as ethanol. Bentley, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Audi, Ducati, and Porsche brands belong to Volkswagen. You are unlikely to see dirty vehicles on the road in Russia, because there is a fine. Cruise control, developed by Ralph Teeter, is a fuel-saving system. However, the interesting thing is that Teeter, who made this invention, is visually impaired from birth. In the 20th century, motor vehicles were seen as the green solution, as an alternative to the pollution caused by carriages. Today is the opposite. Isn't that strange? The world's first self-driving car, developed by Google, hit the roads in Nevada in 2012. Louis Chevrolet, the name that created the Chevrolet brand. But the cause of death was bankruptcy and poor working conditions. Considering its high price, a Bugatti owner could actually buy 84 cars, 3 jets, and even a yacht. About 1,250,000 people die from vehicle accidents every year. Half of the new vehicles sold in Norway are either electric or hybrid models. Drivers increase the chance of an accident while texting 23 times. Research shows that when self-driving cars become widespread, vehicle accidents will decrease by 90%. Do you think like that too? 80% of vehicle parts can be recycled and reused for different purposes. 75% of the cars produced by Rolls-Royce, which has been producing vehicles since 1904, are still on the road. Wow! The first known motor vehicle accident occurred in 1891 in Ohio, USA. The first person to die in an automobile accident in America was Henry H. Bliss, a 68-year-old real estate broker. On September 14, 1899, in New York, Mr. Bliss got off the streetcar, turned to assist a female passenger, and a taxi crashed into her. The first cars built did not have steering wheels. Instead, there were 2 levers, pulling the right one to the right, pulling the left one to the left, and a starting iron was needed to start the engine. The New York Police Department used bicycles to track speeding drivers in 1898. The first speeding ticket was written in 1902. It takes about 45 seconds to break the average car into fist-sized pieces in the recycling. The first gas gauges in cars began to be used in 1922. In 1923, 173 new inventions made by women for cars were introduced. Buick introduced the first electric signal in 1938. The horn of most American-made cars plays the note F. Did you know? There is an average of 914 meters of electrical cable in a car. Airbags in cars inflate at 200 miles per hour. On average, a person spends 2 weeks of their life waiting for traffic lights to change. The country with the highest number of Rolls-Royce per capita is Hong Kong. The first track in America is the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which consists of 3 million flagstones. In 2003, 17,013 people died in alcohol-related car crashes in the United States. This means that almost 1 person dies every half hour. Recycling a single car saves more than 1 ton of iron ore, 635 kilograms of coal, and 54 kilograms of limestone. Cars are one of the most recycled products in the world today. You don't need a stove. You can also cook your meal on a car engine. If you found this video useful, we will be happy if you click the like button. If you subscribe to our Dream Cars 777 channel and click on the notification bell, it will be much easier to follow new videos. You can leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Good luck.